Joining us now to discuss, Jeffrey Hinton. Jeffrey, thanks so much for joining us. So you left your job with Google in part because you say you want to focus solely on your concerns about AI. You've spoken out saying that AI could manipulate or possibly figure out a way to kill humans. How could it kill humans?
Well, eventually, if it gets to be much smarter than us, it'll be very good at manipulation because it will have learned that from us. And there are very few examples of a more intelligent thing being controlled by a less intelligent thing. And it knows how to program, so it'll figure out ways of getting around restrictions we put on it. It'll figure out ways of manipulating people to do what it wants.
A state-sponsored Chinese hacking group denies U.S. allegations of spying on critical infrastructure on the U.S. territory of Guam. And now China is going as far as to flip the blame on the U.S. An embassy spokesperson claiming the U.S. must stop using cyber weapons to carry out espionage and cyber attacks around the world. Here with his insight, Fox News senior strategic analyst and retired four-star General Jack Keane. Good morning, General.
Yeah, good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. What's your reaction?
Well, we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, China is conducting the most comprehensive cyber operations against the United States, both inside our country and certainly at our military bases around the world. And Guam, right there in the middle of the Indo-Pacific theater, is a prime target for them. And so our viewers understand, if we ever got in a war with China, where our ships, airplanes, rockets, and missiles and troops are involved with theirs in a conventional fight, China would attack our homeland quite massively using cyber capability to defeat our electric grid, our oil and gas distribution, even our financial sector, to try to defeat us at home as much as defeat us in the Pacific region. Now, the one hedge against all of what I just said in terms of the offensive cyber during war is the fact that the United States' capability to do the same to them is eye-watering. Can't get into any of that capability, certainly, but China is very much aware of it. But during peace, which we have, we should not be surprised at how aggressive they are. We have thousands of people involved in this ourselves. They literally have hundreds of thousands committed every single day to penetrate the United States of America in our homeland and around the world.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have artificial intelligence taking over. But guys, we know with this technology, it can be used for good or evil. And when you hear the mainstream media talk about China, North Korea, Iran, Russia, now they're called adversaries. It's like you're in a Marvel movie. And we had the United States government and Microsoft say that China has hacked into the infrastructure. And of course, China says it's the United States doing the hacking. But guys, we know from Anthony Sutton, this was planned a long time ago. And like Becky said from CNBC, if you connect the dots, something big is about to happen. And we know the drums, the beating will no longer be physical. You're looking at cyber warfare, deep fakes. But don't forget, this is all planned for the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And now, guys, we have one of the big distractions coming to an end as the debt ceiling, and that's the reason why they're going to be stepping up. The drums are beating. And those who have my NWO book know the stages the NWO takes you to in order to move you to their agenda. And we know the Hegelian dialectic and divide and conquer works every time. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Morning, Microsoft out with a new warning. It says that Chinese state-sponsored hackers compromise critical U.S. cyber infrastructure across numerous industries with a focus on gathering intelligence. The National Security Administration issued a bulletin detailing how the hack works and how cybersecurity teams should respond. The attack is apparently still ongoing. The infiltration focused on communication infrastructure in Guam and other parts of the U.S. That was particularly alarming to U.S. intelligence services because Guam would be at the heart of an American military response in the case of an invasion of Taiwan. It's where a large part, Becky, of our B-1 bomber bases or bombers are based.
Yeah, and look, if Microsoft has picked this up, if we know this is out there, couple that with the weather balloons, spy balloons, satellites that they had sent over, and look, there's a lot of things that are happening. It's hard to know exactly how to connect the dots, but there is something here and something big.
There are dots. I mean, and this is, by the way, folks, this is not some tinfoil. This is the U.S. government and Microsoft saying Chinese state-sponsored hackers have hacked critical infrastructure, including parts of Guam, where a U.S. military base is, in a first response. Seems like kind of a big story.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but we've got good news. Just spoke with Speaker McCarthy, and we've reached a bipartisan budget agreement that we're ready to move to the full Congress. And I think it's a really important step forward, and it takes the threat of catastrophic default off the table, protects our hard-earned and historic economic recovery, and the agreement also represents a compromise, which means no one got everything they want. But that's the responsibility of governing. And this is a deal is good news, I believe you'll see, for the American people. The agreement prevents the worst possible crisis, a default for the first time in our nation's history. An economic recession, retirement accounts devastated, millions of jobs lost. It also protects key priorities and accomplishments and values that congressional Democrats and I have fought long and hard for. Investing in America's agenda that's creating good jobs in communities throughout the country. It protects Social Security, Medicare, and veterans, and so much more. The Speaker and I made it clear from the start that the only way forward was a bipartisan agreement. That agreement now goes to the United States House and to the Senate. I strongly urge both chambers to pass that agreement. Let's keep moving forward on meeting our obligations and building the strongest economy in the history of the world.
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box, provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Cryptoteacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Cyberattack, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.